Guys, welcome to Better Bachelor. My name is Joker with a face for radio and a voice for print. This story is about Leonardo DiCaprio at 48 years old and either a new girlfriend that's 19 or just someone he's hanging out with and maybe sleeping with. That's really what the story is about, but that's not the story. The story is women absolutely hate the fact that Leonardo DiCaprio is getting the 19-year-olds and that the 19-year-olds are getting Leonardo DiCaprio. Now, why? Why do these women even care? Because there is a large pushback, once again, on him for doing this. Why do they care? Because it reminds them, as time goes by, men get more appreciated, women get less appreciated, and they can't stand that. You know, as a man gets older, I mean, even if he doesn't keep himself in great shape, Leonardo DiCaprio has money, he has power, he has status, he has name recognition. Any woman that dates him is going to be probably more popular and more noticed than not dating him. So she gets a lot out of him. And what does he get? He gets a smoking hot 19-year-old model to sleep with. I think he would say, hey, I got hundreds of millions of dollars. If I got to, spend a million over the next 4 years, 5 years until I get tired of her, I think that's a good deal. And I don't think many people would argue with him. From the New York Post, Leonardo DiCaprio, 48, slammed over romance with Eden Polani, who's 19. This is Eden here. She is an attractive woman. She's an attractive woman. I don't know of too many men that don't like this kind of Ukrainian, Russian, Eastern Bloc model type look. I don't know a lot of guys. I think she's actually French. I don't know. Polani. I'm not sure. But anyway, he's slammed because he's dating her. His heart will go younger and younger, they say. Titanic star Leonardo DiCaprio, 48, was trolled online this week over an alleged romance with 19-year-old model Eden Polani. DiCaprio, who's been dragged in the past for only dating women under 25, was spotted with a model at an EP launch party for Detroit singer Ebony Riley. Polani, a Parisian, okay, so she's French, and the Don't Look Up actor were seen sitting next to each other, sparking the unconfirmed dating rumors. A source close to DiCaprio and Polani shot down the gossip to the Post Tuesday, saying that there's I lost the line there, absolutely no truth to the rumors of romance. They just happen to be seated in close proximity and were part of a group, they further clarified. The image still sent Twitter users into an uproar. Now, why? Okay, so now maybe he met her. Maybe he got her number. Maybe they just coincidentally sat next to each other. But why is everybody so mad at him? Because they know he has the opportunity, he has the history, he has the past, and he has the experience of dating younger women like this. And this pisses them off. And it's not that they're really angry at Leonardo DiCaprio, or Leo. I guess I could just say Leo. They're not really mad at Leo dating a 19-year-old. What they're mad at is the fact that the men that they want, the men that these women want, don't want them anymore. That's really what they're angry about. Because, again, women want money and power and status and security. Men want youth, femininity, beauty, sexual availability, and these women don't offer that anymore. And so they're being overpassed. And they're saying, oh, but I have a great job, and I have my own this, and I have my own that. And men are like, I don't care. Like, pick an actress or whoever you find hot and then say, if she worked at Taco Bell, would a guy still date her? Would a guy still sleep with her? The universal answer is yes. It doesn't matter if she's a model or works at Taco Bell. If she's beautiful and feminine and hot, guys are going to want to be with her. And the same thing when men get older, like Leo at 48, I guess he's like 6'2". He's a taller guy. I thought he was short for some reason. He's a taller guy. He's got all these things going on for him. He has his choice. They say one woman slammed Leonardo DiCaprio's girlfriend is so young her high school experience was interrupted by the bug, said one user. Another one, there's a dog now who's older than Leo DiCaprio's girlfriend. Let that sink in for a moment. Oh, I guess because there's someone just posted the world record of the oldest dog, and it's like 25. Referencing to the world's oldest dog, 30-year-old Bobby. Somebody else says he must love military time because he keeps everything under 2,400 or 24. And that just shows them chilling next to each other. And they just go through and they're like reading all the comments of people leaving against him. But here's the thing, and I actually have this image here from Pop Faction. And one of the replies, they say 48 was spotted with 19-year-old Israeli model. Now, they say Israeli model here, but they said she's Parisian. So maybe she's from Israel, but now she's a model in Paris. I don't know. She doesn't look very Israeli to me. And this woman named Faye says, at this point, I can't even join in on the jokes anymore. If Leo is approaching 50 and dating a teenager, then he's clearly an actual bad guy that likes inappropriately kids. Let's be clear. Isn't it funny how people are saying that children at 3, 4, 5 can decide they want to be boys or girls and get the appropriate medication and start lopping things off and changing things around, and they say they can make this decision. It's the best thing for them. But when a 19-year-old woman who's a model and probably well-traveled, clearly an adult, decides to date a guy that's 48, he's taking advantage and that she's too young. Isn't it amazing how that changes? And really the only people that are screaming bloody murder about this are the women. And if you look at most of the women's pictures, they look to be late 30s and up. I think they're realizing that their opportunity to date is going away. They want a man like Leo with the money and the power and the status and to give her an easy life, and that opportunity is gone. And if you guys ever watched the movie, which one was it? It's the movie I'm thinking of is Saw. And if you ever watched the movie Saw, there's one trap that he has where a vegetarian or a vegan is in a room with a steak, and it's a freshly cooked steak. And if they eat the steak right away, they'll be let out of the room. But if they don't eat the steak, they can't leave. And what happens is the whole time they're wrestling with their conscience. Like, oh, should I eat it? Should I not? Oh, it's gross. I can't. No, I can't. Going back and forth. And what happens is the steak is getting older and older, less fresh, and eventually becomes rotten. And then when you've been trapped in the room so long, you realize, well, if I'm ever going to get out of here, I'm going to have to eat the rotten steak. And of course, they either do or don't. It makes them sick, whatever. But women dating and women in the marriage and all this stuff, it's the same thing. When a woman's at her freshest, she has all the options. She could secure a man. She could secure, resources. She can secure all those things. But the longer she waits, the less fresh she becomes, and the less desirable she is to men. And at a certain age, the men that she wants, she's a rotten steak. She's just not what they want. They can still go get a fresh steak. I keep wanting to say snake. Fresh steak. And it messes with them. And that's why they get enraged. And the same women that are shaming, Leo here, the same type of women, I won't say the same women, the same type of women will cheer on 48-year-old Jada Pinkett Smith when she hooked up with a 23-year-old at the time. That's stunning and brave. That's cheering it on. That's saying, oh, you get it, girl, you show them. Yet a man that does the same thing as the bad guy, it's always one way. And all it is, again, is they shame, they cheer on one side, they shame the other. They want things one way, but not for the other. And all it is if you watch this long enough, you realize it's a power grab. That's all women want. Women are selfish children. It's a power grab. And it's just all about control. If you give women complete control of this world, it'll completely fall apart. It's like handing the keys to a Ferrari to a toddler. They're just too emotional. They want too much power. They want to be lazy. They want to be pampered, and that's okay. But the problem is you have to give up something, ladies, and they never do. They never do. Guys, if you're on YouTube, I'm going to do a dating profile of the day, so make sure to join us over on betterbachelor.locals.com. Free to become a member. Become a supporter today. Help me get off YouTube, or at least not be dependent on YouTube. I'd appreciate it very much.